My Premier League predictions for match week 4. So we start with our accumulator. Let's see if we can make any money this week. Highly doubt it. So to start off, we've got Luton Town versus West Ham. Luton's done amazing to get in the Premier League, but they haven't really shown much. And West Ham have actually kind of surprised people. They're second in the league now? It's going to be an interesting game to watch because West Ham have kind of surprised teams by sitting back on the counter, and I don't know if they're going to be able to do that against what is a worse team in Luton. But I am going to give them a win. West Ham win that game. Sheffield United versus Everton is 12:30. It's very hard to back the 12:30, but I'm going to say that is a draw. It's a relegation scrap, and I don't think either of the teams have goals at all. Sheffield did really good against Man City last week, but I just think there's no goals in the team, in either of them. So Sheffield United, Everton, draw. Man City, Fulham, let me think about this one. Man City are going to win. Fulham are doing all right. I think they've kept João Palhinha. I think that'll be crucial, but I think Man City win it 2-0, 2-1 maybe. And yeah, Man City win that one. Chelsea, Nottingham Forest. This is actually a difficult one. Nottingham Forest put up a massive fight against Manchester United, but then lost 3 goals straight, for what was it, 85 minutes, conceded those 3 goals. They could have hung on for 3 points there. So the fact that they lost that does show them to be kind of, it's not great. But then Chelsea haven't had a great start to the season either. I'm going to say that their win at Luton does them well. Chelsea win against Nottingham Forest. Then we've got Burnley, Tottenham. Burnley are trying to play Manchester City style football without the players good enough to play it. I don't think they're doing well at all. If Vincent Kompany actually wants to keep them up in the Premier League, he needs to change the style of play. Tottenham, and Postecoglou is doing incredible things at Tottenham without that star player in Harry Kane. I think Tottenham win it easy. Brentford, Bournemouth. This is not a difficult one. Brentford have been doing well even without Ivan Toney. They play good football. They've got a great manager. Bournemouth, I think, is just a bit chaotic at the minute. That manager, I don't understand what style he's going for. I'm going to say a Brentford win. Brighton, Newcastle is an interesting one. Brighton came out the blocks flying, amazing performances. We all know what Brighton can do, but then lost to West Ham. Newcastle, amazing first day, beat Aston Villa, who everybody was saying was a brilliant team, going to be in the European spots, and then have lost both games since and kind of capitulated against Liverpool. I'm going to go with a Brighton win. I know it might be a bit insane, but Brighton, maybe 2-1 to Brighton. I think Newcastle, they've not found their foot yet, and I don't think they'll find it tomorrow either. Crystal Palace versus Wolves. This is, again, a difficult one. I think Wolves have lost a big player in Matheus Nunes. He was fantastic in the midfield for them, really good at getting the ball back, holding the ball up, driving the ball forward. I think that's a big loss for them, and I think Palace is just well managed under Roy Hodgson. They know what they are, they know what they can do. I'm going to say Palace take that one. Then we've got Liverpool, Aston Villa. Liverpool haven't kind of come out the blocks, amazingly, but they're still just an incredibly talented team. They're not well put together yet, but they're incredibly talented. And Aston Villa, they've been doing bits. They've been doing really well. They're a fantastic team, fantastic management. It's a really tough one to call, but I'm going to go with a Liverpool win here. I think they're starting to heat up. And then we've got the big game of the weekend, Arsenal, Man United. It's tough for me because I'm biased. I'm a United fan, but I think Arsenal win it. I think Man United's midfield is it hasn't got the oomph that it needs. It doesn't have that defensive-minded abilities, and it just kind of loses the ball constantly. And the forwards aren't playing well. You've not got any goals from the forwards out the first 3 games. Arsenal, on the other hand, yes, they kind of flopped against Fulham, but they're still playing that exact same style with those players that can perfect it. I think they're going to batter United on Sunday, which is not a nice thing for me to say. So that's the accumulator done. It comes out on Paddy Power as 312 to 1. So I don't think people should be putting much money on accumulators. Obviously, the odds are ridiculous. I mean, that's why it's literally the reason it's so high. So I'm going to put £1 on it. Let's see how far we get. Okay, so which team is going to score the most goals this weekend? And I'm going to say something that hurts me even more. I'm going to say it's Arsenal. I think it's just typical Man United for the transfer window to close and then them to get absolutely battered the day after. It shows you that they've not really done enough in the transfer window. Yeah, I'm saying Arsenal score 4 or 5 against United. I hope to God I am wrong. How many red cards are there going to be this weekend? Obviously, we've been seeing the red cards ramp up. There's been like 3 or 4 over the past few weekends. I'm going to say that the players are starting to learn. I think we're going to only see 1. And hopefully in a couple of weeks, we're going to see not many, red cards that... It's great if you don't support the team. Like, if you're against them, it's great when they get a red card. But other than that, it just creates bad football. It creates sitting back. We don't necessarily want to see it. So I'm going to go for a prediction of 1, and I hope it's right, because I can't take more red cards. Who's going to be the flop of the week? And I'm going to go with a manager this time. I'm going to say it's Vincent Kompany. Because let's look at it this way. Kompany is facing Ange Postecoglou. Both of them have been accused of basically trying to copy Pep. Yet Ange is doing it in a way that actually works and Kompany isn't. Maybe Kompany's not got the budget for it, fair enough. But I think Ange is going to absolutely demolish Burnley, and I think it's just going to show Kompany up to not being an adaptable manager, not changing his ways to suit his players and just saying this is how we're going to play because it worked in the Championship. Come on, Vincent, mate, you're not in the Championship anymore. Okay, so that's our prediction show done for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to see our match reactions and our awards show on Monday. Like the video to get other people involved and comment down below your thoughts about match week 4. We'll see you on the next one.